You know, after a meal, you know, when you feel satiated, you don't feel bloated and you're not hungry. If university was a meal, I feel very satiated. That's my analogy because I can only think about food. Welcome to the graduation vlog. That is right, I am graduating today. Graduating from my undergrad. Wow, oh look at that beautiful, nice pimple. My special guest for this graduation. This always happens to me, always. Without a failure, I will get a pimple during a special event. But yes, today is my graduation and I will be vlogging. My parents are flying from Portugal and they'll be here in the UK for the first time. And yeah, it's gonna be exciting because a lot of us are graduating today on the same day, like our main group of friends. So that's gonna be fun. Fun times. So the econ girls are on their way out. Their ceremony's earlier, so Carmen and her past.
Carmen looks like she's going on a night out.
Carmen looks sexy.
She does. Bye. See you in a bit.
Graduation has started.
This is so exciting.
It's exciting.
I think I might cry. I actually think I might cry.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm genuinely not gonna cry. So I'm about to do my nails and I got these fake nail kits in Korea. I know my dress is blue, but I feel like pink nails are always like a classic. Pink nudish is always like a classic to go with, but blue will also look better with my dress. But I also don't want it to be overkill. These are the blue ones. I don't know, I feel like this will look better as a graduation set overall, but this will look good with the dress. Let me go get people's opinions on this. I decided I'm gonna do this color. I'm gonna do these pink ones. I cut them slightly shorter and I filed them so that they were a bit rounder. So this is what they look like right now. I'm quite happy with the results. It looks like natural. This is the other hand. I just curled my hair. Obviously it's not going to look like this. It looks a bit crazy right now. But I'm going to brush for the curls in a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to start getting ready. So the face, everything's looking a bit dull. I'm trying to brighten this up so I look like I'm actually graduating and I don't look like I just dropped out. Sunscreen is important. Oh, I need to take my pimple sticker out. Using this expensive primer. It's actually really expensive. It's from Sofina. It's called Prima Vista and I've heard so many good things about it. I bought it last year when I went to Japan. But I've been using it sparingly. It's quite expensive for like what it is. Like it's so little. I swear it's 8.5 milliliters, so it's not even 10 milliliters. I know it's good for sebum control and apparently it's good for like large pores, which is exactly what I have. Who's messaging me? It's Carmen saying she's tearing up. Why is she crying? Ceremony hasn't started yet. The whole thing about graduation, I want to talk about this because it doesn't feel like a special day to me. The only reason why I feel special is because my parents are here or they're coming. But I don't know why. I think part of it is because I'm graduating again next year because I'm going to be doing a master's. So I'm not technically like officially graduating into adulthood. I still have a year of academic study. But even then, like I just don't feel the hype around graduation. Like I know it's a huge thing. I don't know why. It might have been because like I never really took university that seriously. I didn't go to lectures or anything. Like I woke up today thinking it's just another day, which might be crazy. Like people have been like, you know, prepping for this day for so long and I'm just here like, feels like another day. I'm really excited to have my parents here. It's their first time in the UK in like it's crazy because I've been living here for 3 years and it's the first time seeing what I've been living like, if that makes sense. And yeah, I know it's going to be very emotional for them. Like, obviously I'm the first one in the family to graduate uni, and you know, they never got the chance to even like finish high school, so for them I know it's going to be very emotional, an emotional day. So I guess that's going to make me emotional, but I'm not emotional for myself. I'm emotional for my parents. Some concealer, I think that's too light for me, but we shall fix it after, you know. I literally dead ass brought out my phone as if it's a mirror. That's when you know we're living in a generation where selfies have overtaken our brains, which is a natural instinct at this point. Under eyes have been highlighted, maybe a little bit too much. I'm gonna go in with the sand concealer, which is so good. And I got anchor that pimple. It's strange though, like I am quite an emotional person, but for graduation I don't know why I'm not feeling it. Yeah, maybe I'm just being very cynical about it. Also, like, I feel like the whole graduation system in the UK is such a scam. It's so expensive to graduate. Like, your gown is £40 to rent for the afternoon or the morning, whatever you're, you know, whenever you're graduating, and then your pictures are like insanely expensive. It's like the prices are just completely disproportionate to what the item actually is valued at. Like, you're paying about £100 for a set of pictures that would cost probably around £10 to make with the frames. Like, it's insane. Like the margin is just so wide, and they really profit on it, which is why, like, I just became so cynical of this whole graduation thing. Like, it's a huge money making business and it's a huge commercial industry, and I was just like, when I was booking these tickets, also I needed to book tickets for my parents to watch me graduate. I understand why people are emotional, you know, like, it's a huge milestone in everyone's lives, and you know, university is not always easy to finish. I'm still shaping my thoughts. I don't have a concrete conclusion on what I think about this, but I'm definitely not as emotional as I probably should be, and I'm just angry that everything is so expensive for something we deserve. Yeah, it should be given to us. We should not have to pay for it. University has genuinely been such a roller coaster for me. Like, a roller coaster that's just gone high. Like, a roller coaster that's gone up and up and up and up and up and has not come down yet. I mean this wholeheartedly when I say this. It's been the best years of my life. I feel like that's why I'm not scared. Like, I feel like because I have a master's lined up, I'm like excited to do it. Like, I'm like, oh, like, if undergrad was so good, like, I can't wait for my master's. And I attended school in Portugal, like, oh, my whole life up until university. I've lived there my whole life, and I went to, oh shit, I went to a school where you're basically in there from like nursery and reception. So like, you join at the age of 3, and if you don't change schools, you stay in there until you're 13. So it's like from 3 years old up until you're 18 years old. And that was my experience. I joined in year 2, and I stayed there until year 13. And obviously with that experience, I didn't have the chance to, you know, roam outside the main group of people I was with. And I grew up with the same people every day, and you know, in the bottom of my heart I really do have love for them. But I think I just needed some change in my life. I needed to meet new people. I needed like to venture out, and I think it also has to do a lot with the fact that in Portugal there isn't really an Asian community. Like, there are Asian people, but there aren't enough to really form a community. And that for me has been the highlight of my experience in London. The fact that there is such a strong BBC, which is British born Chinese, is not the other thing, it's British born Chinese. They're a very strong British born Chinese community here, and I think that really helped solidify my positive experience here.
Yay!
Do you want to say hi?
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Hi, this is Heather.
You know her from the vlogs. When I first got into Mary University, I was devastated. I just the thought of going to not a top ranked university killed me. It was my insurance, and I never thought I'd actually have to go into my insurance. And looking back, I was not open-minded about anything. I was just like, I just want to go into a prestigious top ranked UK university. It wasn't one of the ones I considered prestigious, so I was very devastated. And the first couple of weeks I arrived, I hated everything. And also keep in mind that I had never been in the UK before. I arrived here not knowing that this university was in East London, not knowing that it's in Mile End, like the dingiest place in this country, or the dingiest place in the city. And yeah, I'm looking around, I'm like, this is not what London's supposed to look like. This is not what I see in the movies. It smells like weed, and all the houses look like they're about to get destroyed. So yeah, you can understand where my sadness came from my first few weeks of uni. But as soon as I started really meeting new people, I put myself out there a lot because I was so adamant on making new friends and starting a whole new life that I put myself out there a lot. I was definitely not the shy type, not the introverted type. I was like that girl that was, you know, out and about asking for people's numbers, like, do you want to go to this party with me, like, oh, like, where are you from? Like, I was that girl. So that, in hindsight, I'm really glad I was that girl, because that allowed me to meet the people that have now become my best friends for life. I was able to join societies. I was able to join abacus, and I was able to join dance. And those two things are probably the biggest catalysts to my... No, maybe the living room? This eye is looking wonky, but I'll fix it. Lashes make such a big difference. Trying to carve out that jawline. Finished contouring. Gonna go in with a little bit of blush just to give my cheeks some color. Oh man, when I think about university, actually, there's so much that I can't even go through it all. There's so many highlights. I don't even know how to begin. First year was definitely a year of exploration and putting myself out there, and the year of rediscovery. It was when I was doing everything for the first time, getting to know everyone, like getting used to like the life in London. That was that year. Second year was, you know, settling down, having that established group of friends I can always go to, and also the year of responsibility. I took on 2 committee roles. So I was events manager in Abacus, and I was a treasurer of Dance Society, KMDC, and obviously that took a lot of time. It was also the year where I was working part-time at Macquarie, which was a huge new experience. So that was the year of responsibility, the year of knowing what I want to do, the year of getting my shit together, basically, like lining up everything that's going to be important for the future, and fun. So it was the year of fun and responsibility. Third year was the year of this year, like, I got my offer for my master's quite early on, and then after that I really just, you know, didn't have that many worries. Also, it was the year of presidency for me. I was president of KMDC. The idea of the future didn't daunt me as much anymore because I had something lined up. So I guess third year was the year of transition. And third year is the year of transition into adulthood, and transition into, you know, my career and my future. And all years have just been like so distinct in their own ways. and so necessary as well, each and every single one of the years. And I'm very glad the way actually everything turned out. I can't say I'm not fortunate to be in a position where I am, where I've thoroughly enjoyed all 3 years of university. I've met amazing people, people I'll know for life, people who will, you know, be my future bridesmaids. And at the same time, I've also figured out what I want to do in the future and figured out kind of a path for myself, and did not miss out on the fun, did not miss out on the socials. Also really put myself out there creatively with dance. So I can really say I really covered it all for myself. But yeah, it didn't come easy. Like, I really had to put myself out there, and you know, time management was insane for me. I had to really figure out how I was going to prioritize all these different responsibilities and all these different tasks. Yeah, I can say it wasn't easy, but I'm just so happy and so content. And so, you know, after a meal, you know, when you feel satiated, you don't feel bloated and you're not hungry. If university was a meal, I feel very satiated. That's my analogy because I can only think about food. Just got my gown and my hat, and my mom and my daughter here. Mama, Papa, just got the gown, my dress. It's so hot. It's like the hottest day of the year, but I'm sweating.
Oh, that's gown. Come on.
Jennifer, your hats. They just hit your face.
Got free tacos. Got my free tacos. This is what I'm here for. Free food.
First class honors for GRWM.
Congratulations.